Hey everybody, how you doing? 1 second. Today's Friday, July 15th, 2022, and this is 413 Sports Talk 392. Good to see you again on another hot summer day. 1 second, let me just adjust the color of the screen. Aside from the news, WNBA, MLB, NBA, Summer League scores, I want to start out this episode with a tribute to an NFL great. He was an inspiration to me as a kid, and for who he was both on the field and off the field as well. Where the best parts about him is he played for the latter half of his career with the Green Bay Packers. So, without further ado, episode 392 starts now. It's a big number, 392. Big number. But today we're going to focus on number 92. Not many people were bigger than number 92, Reginald Howard White, or as I knew him, Reggie White. He was a defensive end who played in the NFL for 15 seasons. He went to school at the University of Tennessee. He was a volunteer. From 1980 to 83, he played 2 seasons with the Memphis Showboats, the old USFL, back in the day USFL, and then was drafted in the first round of the 1984 supplemental NFL draft by none other than the Philadelphia Eagles. En route to earning Defensive Rookie of the Year, he had 15 sacks in 13 games. By the way, he stayed an Eagle from then until 1992 and was one of the NFL's the most productive defensive ends, probably the best within that stretch. Honestly, with that 8-year span during the Eagles. A free agent in the spring/early summer of 1993, the Minister of Defense signed a deal with the Green Bay Packers, which would help us see 2 straight Super Bowls, including a victory over New England and an unfortunate loss to the Denver Broncos, whom also had Terrell Davis and John Elway at their disposal. Anyway, 15 years playing the game you love is at the absolute highest level. He helped Favre, Dorsey Levens, and Antonio Freeman get to the promised land. Super Bowl 31 victory. I was like 8 years old or something like that. He retired in 99, but came back in 2000, signed with the Panthers, made 5.5 sacks, decent, forced a fumble to note, and retired at the end of the season, and this time it was for good. 15 seasons, 232 games, 1,111 tackles, 198 sacks. If you count his USFL stats, that's 221.5, which would still make him the all-time sacks leader. Anyway, yeah, forced fumble, 3 interceptions, and 2 defensive touchdowns. He led the league in sacks in 87 with 21, and also notched Defensive Player of the Year honors in 88 as well, and he had 18 sacks then. He also led the league in sacks with 16. And that was the following year. Wow. His final year as a Packer, 13 pass breakups, 2 Defensive Player of the Year honors, bunch of tackles. Reggie White's a Hall of Famer that will definitely be one of the greatest defensive ends to ever play football. Straight up. Reggie White, a salute. Let's go to news now. Big Russian teammate, Phoenix Mercury's GM and the Reverend Alan Sharpton, voiced bringing her home, BG, Brittany Griner, should be made priority, as character statements were made in a trial that will be dramatic and drawn out in hopes of a prisoner swap from the war-torn country that wants it more than anything. Oregon Ducks tight end Spencer Webb, 22 years old, dies after striking his head in a fall. He was a blocking tight end, usually the third one, not too many receptions, but he was coming into his own as a wide receiver, and we will give him a moment of silence for his efforts, for his life. David Big Papi Ortiz says Red Sox must keep Rafael Devers on a long-term deal. And also goes on to say that our all-star third baseman is the face of the organization. I agree. Maybe the face of the organization is a bit too much, though it's not anyone else who's currently on the roster. I think Rafael Devers needs to get paid. He's going to a second straight All-Star game. This guy's a beast. Pay him before he goes to play elsewhere. Straight the fuck up. Phil Mickelson responds to Tiger Woods' LIV golf critique from yesterday and says, clearly I respect his opinion. No need to step on the GOAT's shoes, especially when it comes to LIV and the division it's caused between golfers. Finally, Rashard Anderson, a first-round pick of the Carolina Panthers in the 2000 NFL Draft and a star cornerback at Jackson State from 1996 to 1999, has unfortunately died at 45 years old. No cause of death is known at this time. And another moment of silence for our fallen soldier. Anyway, that's it for the news. Let's talk WNBA. LV Las Vegas over New York 108-74. Dallas over Minnesota 92-87. And that's what I have to you as far as WNBA is concerned. NBA Summer League, we have Atlanta over San Antonio 87-86. Cleveland over Detroit 82-79. Chicago over Charlotte 89-73. And New York Knicks over Orlando 102-89. That's it for the NBA Summer League. And that's it for this very brief episode of 413 Sports Talk number 392. Love you all. Wishing nothing but health, wealth, and success. And the NFL will be back this weekend for a segment that you don't want to miss. We've worked very hard all year on this one. Love you all. Wishing nothing but health, wealth, and success. 393 will be yours. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. And we'll see you Saturday.